right, Jags at Chiefs. As much as I want to say, get on this upset fever and the Florida team and the Jags, and as good as the Jags are going to be, as good as they've gotten, as good as they're going to be, I think this is it. I think this is the end of the road. I don't think there won't be a Trevor Lawrence sighting at Waffle House next weekend.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be cool if they came in to win this game. The game earlier in the season wasn't that far off. It was 27-17 when these two played. And since the last time these two teams played, matter of fact, the Jags are 7-1, including the playoff game, right?
Wow.
So you can't write that off. They've been on a roll. So there's definitely confidence to be had. But this feels more like a team under the head coach in his first year with the team, a lot of young pieces, feels like a team still learning to win. Whereas you have the Chiefs, who have hosted 4 straight AFC championships. They've been to a few Super Bowls. They won one. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. Andy Reid is Andy Reid. And it just feels like, they're a team. They know how to win. We know they know how to win. They're the number 1 seed in the AFC for a reason. And I just think they're going to be too much for this Jaguars team. But to echo the sentiments that you've had, we're not riding the Jags off. And I think this will be a good game. I think it'll be a close game. I don't think the Jags are going to get down, 27-0 again. I think this will be a pretty competitive game. But at the end of the day, I just trust Patrick Mahomes to come up and make the plays more than I would trust Trevor Lawrence, especially when we're talking about cold weather games. We saw how Miami did going to Buffalo in a cold weather game in the playoffs. I think we'll see a lot of the same things from a young team here in the Jags. So go ahead, give me the Chiefs to win this game.
I'd like to point out that Mahomes is probably at the point of his career. He's young and he's good, and they win a whole lot. And he probably is looking in the mirror thinking, why don't I have more Super Bowl rings than I have? So they start playing that game where he starts looking ahead and seeing where, not that his career is anywhere near over, but he can see it now, right? I think that's going to factor in here somehow. I don't know how that's going to parlay. I'm just saying that Patrick Mahomes is aware that it's not as easy to get back to the Super Bowl as he probably thought it was 3 or 4 years ago. And that is on his mind. So when you take that into consideration and the preparation that's coming from someone that knows how to prep, then you can't write the Chiefs out of this equation at all anywhere across the board. And in comparison to what you just said about the Jags being young, Trevor Lawrence, he's confident and he's good. There's still some tricks up some old G sleeves that they're going to roll out that he hasn't seen yet. They're going to frustrate him. That are going to burn him. We saw that with Brock Purdy yesterday. The Seahawks did a great job of putting pressure on him in the first half. He rattled his cage. In the first half, Purdy was a little rattled, but he calmed down and he came back. So this is the OGs and the young bucks here, and I don't see the OGs being unseated this weekend. I think the Chiefs are going to walk away with this.
Yeah, and I don't think it'll necessarily even be on the Jags offense. I think the Jags offense, found their rhythm in the playoff game, got the playoff jitters out of the way. I think it's just the Jags defense. It's not going to be good enough to be able to stop what Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce bring to the table.
Good point.
And I would love to know what you think about this game, what you think is going to happen, who you think is going to win. You let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you for the next video.